It's just an absolutely disturbing case. I know it is for you and everyone at the department to see a killing like this in front of innocent people, children out at the park. First off, can you tell us the latest on the investigation? What might have been the motive in this case?
Well, we're still working to try to figure out what the motive for this tragic event was. We don't think that there's any reason that's good enough for somebody to do what we see happen on this day. The fact that someone would be so callous enough to come and commit this heinous crime in front of our children, in front of our families, and leaving a long-lasting traumatic impact on our community. It's just really sad and it's difficult to process. So we're still working, trying to figure out what is the underlying motive for this crime, but we're glad that this gentleman is off the streets.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a case like this, clearly your main focus is on finding the person responsible and obviously having them prosecuted. This person obviously now in custody. But beyond that, I know that part of your approach is trying to put an emphasis on helping the community, the broader community, heal after going through such a traumatic event like that. When you have children out at a park where they should be feeling safe, witnessing something this horrific, how important is it to help the broader community recover from something like this?
It really is important, is key, particularly when we're dealing with our youth. So we've been working with our clergy throughout the city of Oakland. A lot of clergy have come forward to volunteer to come in and provide grief counseling and support to our young people. We are beginning to plan an event Sunday at 5 o'clock at Concordia Park, where we'll be praying for these young people. We've also had the Alameda County Probation Department offer services as well, helping us connect with organizations that provide grief counseling. Our Oakland Department of Violence Prevention has been out and been supportive and providing resources as well to help support the families and these young people, as well as the whole Dynamite's organization. This football team's organization has been tremendously impacted by this.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can only imagine what they're dealing with after experiencing this. You know, you're obviously coming into this role, Chief. Violent crime surging, unfortunately, across the city of Oakland here during the pandemic. January also was a deadly month, a sharp rise in shootings. You've had to cut back on some of the violence prevention programs, like the ceasefire unit being out there and interacting with folks in the community. How much are some of these pandemic-related budget cuts hampering your ability to try to stop violence and prevent violence before it happens?
Well, it's less resources in our community. There's less officers out there trying to prevent crime. Our ceasefire strategy has really been the key to our crime reduction for the last several years. The pandemic in and of itself has had a traumatic impact on the normal way in which we do our ceasefire strategy. We don't have the ability to directly communicate with those at the highest risk, and that really is causing an issue for us. We're making adjustments, though. We're beginning to do it in very small increments. And so we're adjusting and not having our traffic officers out in our community to deal with the high level of sideshow violence that we've experienced and the shootings related to that has been a tremendous challenge for us. And so we're trying to be more responsive to emergency calls for service by putting those auxiliary resources in our patrol division. But we are definitely hampered by a lack of resources.
Yeah, it's certainly an issue. Finally here, Chief, before I let you go, let me ask you about what has also been playing out, which is an alarming uptick in assaults and robberies targeting members of the Asian American community in the city of Oakland. I know that a while back you increased patrols in the Chinatown area to put folks at ease and try to let folks know that you were there to protect them. What do you say to members of the Asian American community, the Pacific Islander community, who do feel like they right now are targets for crime?
Well, we're getting on the ground. I have officers out walking in the community. I've assigned liaison officers to the Chinatown community as well as to our Fruitvale area and to our Latino community, particularly our non-English speaking communities that oftentimes don't trust law enforcement or have a relationship with law enforcement. We want to increase communication between the police department and our community. And so you'll see officers out there walking. You'll see our liaison officers meeting with businesses and merchants in the area. We're doing everything we can to get people more comfortable with reporting crime. That's the key for when people see something that they report it us so that we can follow up and investigate. And I've been in many communities throughout the city in the last 2 weeks, making sure that they see me on the ground, really saying to them that building trust between the community and the police department is one of my key priorities.
Yeah, that certainly is key to trying to turn things around. Really appreciate you taking the time. Oakland Police Chief LeRonne Armstrong, thanks for doing it. Best of luck to you and your colleagues. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.